Someone might want to get Ridley Scott's lawyers on the phone because today's movie looks suspiciously like a lower budgeted Alien ripoff. Welcome to Sick Flicks, where I take a deep dive into the cinematic sewer to help you embrace your inner gore geek. I'm Mike Bracken, aka The Horror Geek, and today we're tackling William Malone's low-budget but audacious alien ripoff, Creature, aka Titan Find. Released in 1985, this is another low-budget attempt to cash in on the success of Ridley Scott's Alien. But it's actually pretty good. This one has a solid cast, including the inimitable Klaus Kinski, who chews the scenery like he's teething. The monster is hilariously cheap, but that actually works to the film's benefit. And as a note, we're covering the more commonly seen shorter version today, which was released as Creature. But Malone has also released a longer cut of the film under the title Titan Find. And lest you think this is just more low-budget dreck, Creature was actually nominated for a Best Picture and Best Special Effects award at the 1985 Saturn Awards, but lost both categories to Gremlins. And really, there's no shame in that. Gremlins had a lot more money to work with. But enough about that. Can this awakened alien menace eat enough astronauts to earn a coveted 5 barf bag rating? Let's get to the gore and find out. And before we get started, today's video is sponsored by Clayton Tooley, my pal Scott Tucky, and Uncle Jason. If you'd like to help sponsor some videos and free me from the shackles of YouTube's tyranny, you'll find a link to my Patreon in the pinned comment and description below. And now, let's get bloody. We fade in on some sweet VR. Did someone swap my copy of Creature for a copy of Tron? Oh, it's the Transworld Entertainment logo. This is one of their earliest productions. And straight to a card and voiceover narration. You know this is gonna be great.
2 multinational corporations have invested heavily in space.
Basically, this is like Elon and Jeff Bezos competing to rule space today. Eerily prescient. To the moon, Alice! Ah yes, this is the kind of outfit you need to don in order to safely enter the bathroom after I've had Taco Bell. And I guess we're not going to waste any time getting to the alien ripoff portion of this movie, because they've already found an egg. Man, OSHA is going to be all over their asses for this. Poor lifting form, no lifting safety equipment. This is a workers' comp back injury waiting to happen. Turns out they're not really sure what this thing is. Says here it's property of someone named H.R. Giger. And something's alive in there. Yeah, I'm sure this is fine.
I have to take a picture and I need you for scale.
Nice, we're ripping off Jaws too. This was no boating accident. Now to snap a few photos for the gram. Oh man, I said smile, not show me your O-face. And fancy title card. So, as I mentioned earlier, we're covering Creature today and not Malone's slightly longer preferred version, Titan Find. I decided to go with Creature because I'm assuming that's the version many of you are most familiar with. Oh hey, look! I can see something orbiting Uranus! Must be really distracting to try to work all day with a PowerPoint presentation projected onto your face. Ah, the early days of streaming. 3 420p monitors. That takes me back. Coach Bill Belichick is like, damn it, we gotta stop the blitz! 3 TVs and nothing good on. Turns out they're about to get hit by another ship. I'll never not crack up at the idea of space being enormous and empty, but sci-fi movies love to have things collide in it anyway. I might have been wrong about nothing being on. This looks interesting. Give it a good whack. That'll fix the signal. And then this happens. Press F to pay respects. Alright, good movie. Wait, it's still going. Space, the final frontier. What the hell is this lady wearing? Can't decide if she's cosplaying the Baroness from Cobra or just wandered into this shot after working as an extra on the Beat It video. Fun fact, that's actually actress Diane Salinger, who was Simone in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. The rest of the cast is already bored of making this movie. Anyway, this is a big exposition dump. It's just sort of handy because I have no clue what's going on. Turns out these guys are going to go find the evil egg thing from the beginning of the movie, and that the survivor was who crashed into the space station. Hey, it's Lyman Ward, aka Ferris Bueller's dad. Anyway, the Baroness is over here squeezing some balls.
Hell yeah.
No, not like that, you pervs. This stress ball. She's like a Amazon Basics Sigourney Weaver or Sean Young. Alright, I'm gonna need everyone to take a shot of Trend before we head down to the surface. Doctor's orders. Man, in space, everyone has an 80s haircut, like I can't believe it's not Marky Post here. Do you kids even remember Night Court? Christ, I'm old. Hey, this movie is slow. I'm just gonna read this book until something interesting happens. Fun fact, this is actually a novelization of Scared to Death, an earlier William Malone film. Which reminds me, what happened to the credits? I don't like this new trend of skipping them. McGreedy, are you in there? I think Childs is the thing. Oh, he just brought Marky up here to show her his full moon.
Hell yeah.
No, this actual moon. She's not really impressed either way.
It's creepy.
And then they work on their next ASMR video.
Guess I'm being kind of silly, but something about the strip.
Well, this Marky Post Tucker Carlson fanfic just got weird. Back on deck, it's a real missed opportunity that they didn't get Turtle Beach to be the headset sponsor on this movie. Great, look at all these low pressure systems. Must be hurricane season again. Lyman's like, yeah, this is all fascinating, but I think my son Ferris is skipping school again. Yeah, Ferris's tracker puts him right here at the Cubs game. I knew it. Look, I'll make jokes about this movie all day, but I'm not gonna lie. These effect shots are way cooler than today's CGI crap. Oh, hell yeah, they landed right in this sweet Roger Dean album cover. But I've got a sinking feeling something bad is about to happen. Man, check out the sweet members only jacket Ferris's dad is rocking. Is that official Space Force uniform gear, or is he just that cool? And his subordinate is about to pull rank.
We are now in what your corporate manual would call a life-threatening situation. So from now on, your authority on the ship's extremely limited.
Look at that face. He's like, I'll show you who the real sausage king of Chicago is, Abe Froman. Sure hope these guys have cave insurance. That way, if there's a collapse, they're fully covered. Looks like Seth Rogen's hosting a party down here. And or Claudio Fragasso forgot to turn off the fog machine again. Ship establishing shot. Not gonna lie, that's a pretty sweet map painting. Oh shit, they found the Event Horizon. You know what these spacesuits need? Some giant shoulder-mounted headlights. Aw man, it's gonna be another bug hunt! And everyone's gonna split up. I'm sure this is fine. Marky, meanwhile, heads off in search of the plot. Let's hope she finds it. Wait a minute, is this the Norwegian space? Did we just wander into the thing? Man, what I wouldn't give to be watching the thing right now. Anyway, she's looking around, but all she finds is this jump scare. Hey, open the pod bay door, Hal! Back at the lab, Marky's hungry. Don't eat that, it's an alien turd. Never mind. And she found another jump scare. Man, it's a run of jump scares here. Oh god, is this gonna be another movie full of people creeping through corridors? I'm not recovered from Against the Dark yet. Filmed in Predator Vision. I mean, this might be the most blue filter we've ever seen on this show, which is impressive. They flee for safety, but Marky gets left behind. And so much for her. I guess Night Court is gonna need a new attorney. Why do they have lights inside the helmets shining on their faces? Doesn't that just make it harder to see in the dark? Come on, Bob, let's get you home. You're drunk. Again. Interesting framing. Let's just chop off everyone's heads. Great, more walking through dark, smoky rooms. One thing I've learned from almost 5 years of doing this show is filmmakers absolutely love to pad movies with slow-mo, house-establishing shots, and aimless walking scenes. I sure wish the movie would tell me what I'm supposed to be seeing here, because I have no clue. This looks like some bug-eyed thing screaming. But hey, they did find the dead astronaut from earlier. He's looking great.
How's our air supply?
Oh, they're terrible. I also hear they're all out of love. Oh, hey, don't cry. I'll let you wear the captain's members only jacket if it'll cheer you up. Then things get existential.
You think we're gonna die?
Well, yes, unless you're one of those Highlander immortals. Hey, nice rack.
Hell yeah.
No, I meant the gun racks. Definitely an alien ripoff as we get Five Below Ripley down to her underwear, though. But before she can give us the full Monty, she finds a jump scare. Holy shit, it's Klaus Kinski and he's locked in the claw! Look, I've done worse JRs. I'm also a little concerned that there isn't enough scenery in this movie for Klaus Kinski to chew on.
So who are you?
Me? I'm international movie star / madman Klaus Kinski. Haven't you seen my work? The bad news is Klaus might be more unhinged than the monster. The good news is...
I've seen what it is you're up against, and I have the way to destroy it.
And not a moment too soon, because it would be nice for something to finally happen in this movie. Klaus really does look like the head Keebler elf. But hey, at least he's going to give us a surprisingly high level of acting for this kind of movie.
One by one of my guys died, killed by something that had waited for them 2,000 centuries.
I mean, he could have just said 200,000 years, but this is way cooler. Anyway, this guy's over here thinking some deep thoughts. If I smoke and then a cannibal eats me, does that make me inedible? Why do we have fingertips but no toe tips? Oh yeah, I've been this baked. Shame I'm not right now, because it would have made writing this script way easier. And jump scare. Pretty fast reaction for a guy blunted out of his gourd.
You cannot fight it on the terms. Let's go back on my spacecraft. I have bombs that will blow it back to hell.
I'm gonna need subtitles for Klaus. Hey, was that a Star Wars blaster sound? Man, we are sure gonna get our money's worth out of this cave set. Oh god, is this about to turn into intergalactic necromantic? Hey, are you from Mars? Because you look out of this world. I mean, really, at least he went out with a bang. Fine, you can try on my retainer. Kinski literally chewing the scenery here. What a legend. With their air supply fading fast, Bryce and Klaus head out to recover some air tanks. I don't know, this doesn't seem like a good time for a FaceTime call. I'm sure it's absolutely fine that he's A, dead, and B, has some weird alien turd stuck on his forehead. See, he looks great. Hello, exciting movie plot. Are you over here? Hey, maybe they did find it. Meanwhile, the rest of the crew walks about in the map painting. If some of this looks and feels vaguely Aliens-esque, it's because the special effects crew here worked on Cameron's film a year later. Great, more slow-mo walking. This could be a real sci-fi Lord of the Rings. I bet Malone's cut is just 5 extra minutes of people wandering around the smoky cave. Anyway, they eventually find the guy who got killed earlier. Hey, don't shoot, guys. I'm absolutely not an alien. With him and the doc off to do some work, the captain has time for some deep thoughts of his own. If tomatoes are fruit, does that make ketchup a smoothie? And our other characters are having confession time.
I have a confession to make. I'm not a regular doctor.
Great, she's a chiropractor. He's like, doesn't matter. Soon I'll ram my ovipositor in your brain and lay my eggs in there. Man, I'll never understand why there's so much fog in this movie. I'm totally mystified. She heads inside, but all she finds are these corpses hanging out. And you could say she's prepared for a face-off. She rips off the alien dude's jaw. Oh my god, do we finally have a creature in a movie literally called Creature? Only took an hour. Holy xenomorph. Someone get 20th Century Fox's lawyers on the line. Since that was almost exciting, let's slow things down with some corridor action. I remember Han and Luke being way cooler in A New Hope. Oh yeah, totally what you get if you ordered a xenomorph on Wish.com. Then we get a decapitation and another jump scare. We had a real Donnybrook down here in engineering. And holy shit, did we just get a fantastic exploding head gag? I absolutely cannot show that. I learned my lesson in the exploding head video, but seriously, top notch. This thing is worth 2 barf bags all on its own. We're gonna need another engineer. Great, we're headed to the Tommy Chong wing of the ship. And more skulking around. Jesus, come on, movie. I mean, I guess thanks for trying to make it more exciting with this music. Oh, hey, it's Klaus Kinski. I don't know if the makeup was really necessary. He's scary enough in his normal form. At any rate, his Incredible Melting Man cosplay is looking good. Let me in, I just want to share some literature with you. Look, just hear me out. Klaus Kinski might have made a great Jason or Michael Myers. Hey, more running through corridors. We gotta get home before Ferris. Oh, hi there. Man, this place looks like the coolest mall arcade ever. What is going on in this scene? I haven't the foggiest. I will say it was nice of Klaus to bring Beth over to the climax, though. He's like an outer space Uber driver. While they're busy trying to save her, Klaus makes his move. Valuable lesson here, kids. Never turn your back on Klaus Kinski. And more fighting, complete with a heaping helping of Pimp Fist. Things look bleak, but Ferris's dad grabs his gat and starts blasting. Too bad that barely even slows Klaus down. But the captain grabs the space slug and curb stomps it like this is American History X. Yeah, now you know the agony of defeat. And now we stop for some more exposition as everyone tries to figure out what the creature actually is.
I think there's some sort of biological control device.
Lance Henriksen, any thoughts you'd like to share?
That's the stupidest fucking thing I ever heard.
Look, we're wasting time.
Oh, trust me, I know.
I saw a movie once where a group of people were trapped in an ice station by a carrot from another planet.
Excellent. This movie is so bored of itself, it's now literally describing the original version of The Thing. But movie time is interrupted when the ship's systems are breached. And time for more walking. Must be in the ship's red light district. They're headed back to engineering, which is good, because that's where our Members Mark Xenomorph is. And really, you'd think given all the smoke in here, he'd be a lot more mellow. Oh no, they broke the interocitor! Movie? I probably don't need to watch her build this thing in real time. Oh, hey, it's the Xenomorph! Running through corridors. Hey, wait, come give Uncle Scrotor a hug! She can't figure out the controls, because they're in German. Which means I guess they should have kept Klaus around. But they do manage to juice this thing. Shocking. Okay, who's ready for Smoked Alien? How is there still 20 minutes left in this movie? Oh, because Sladen is acting weird. Is she an alien too? No, but the alien is still alive. Amateurs. Fun fact, the phone in your pocket is more powerful than all of these computers combined. Running through corridors. Drink. Surprise! Anyway, Ferris's dad is going to create a diversion so the captain can rescue Beth. But along the way, he finds this. How convenient. Ah, sweet. This ship has one of those whole house intercom systems. And he's going to put on some Kenny G. When he's working on his plan, the captain saves Beth. Maybe hung somewhere else instead of right inside the alien breeding ground. And I think the alien has outsmarted Ferris's dad. More slow walking. Oh no, he got Dad. Tell Ferris, I think he was a righteous dude. And time to take out the trash. Just really all in on the alien homage right now. Time for more running. But the alien is still alive. At least for 17 more seconds. I mean, this thing is both terrible and amazing. It's like a xenomorph crossbred with venom. In the ensuing showdown, the captain winds up outside. I'm sure this is fine. I mean, Ripley was the only survivor in Alien, so yeah. Oh god, please tell me we're gonna get an alien pimp hand. 0, any day now. Oh, it's malfunctioned. But don't worry, because the Baroness is back. Bet you forgot about her. Smile, you son of a bitch. And now we're just gonna wrap things up by assuming she's the Thing.
You're gone a long time.
Will we get a swerve ending? Place your bets now. Woohoo! Headed home. And credits. Really stunned we didn't get the swerve. So, what have we learned from Creature, aka Titanfind? Well, for starters, that there sure were a ton of movies looking to rip off Alien back in the 80s. I feel like I've done 100 of these and there's still more. And as far as alien riffs go, this one is pretty okay. The monster design feels almost brazenly inspired by Giger's iconic xenomorphs, but the film's lack of budget really hurts it because most of the movie wanders through the same few sets over and over. It's ambitious in terms of visual effects and all that, but the script is just woefully average. It's not my favorite Alien ripoff, and I'm not even sure which one is at this point, but it's certainly better than at least a few of the other films of its ilk. But enough about that. Can Creature kill enough hapless space explorers to earn a coveted 5 barf bag rating? Let's go to the gore card. In terms of gross anatomy, I thought this one might be light, but it redeems itself in the latter stages. We get multiple dead space explorers, 1 ripped off face, 1 decapitation, the alien monster, and that amazing exploding head gag. As I mentioned, the exploding head is worth 2 bags all by itself. It's really good. But beyond that, there's not quite enough here to reach the upper echelons of barf bags. As such, I'm giving Creature a respectable 3 barf bag rating. It's a modestly sick flick. Looking for another Alien ripoff? Then be sure to check out my review of Forbidden World. You'll find a link here on the screen. I'll meet you over there. Until next time, I'm Mike Bracken, aka The Horror Geek, bringing you all the splatter that matters.